Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are on planet Earth. So in Australia, yesterday in Sydney, some men in black tracksuit pants, black top, balaclavas, black caps, a group of them got on a train and upset some people, and the police were called, and the police shut down some stations, apparently. Now, there was no mention of them carrying any weapons. So whether it was just a stunt, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, because the day before would have been Australia Day. In fact, I don't know if Australia Day was yesterday or the day before. But yeah, men in black tracksuit pants, black tops, black balaclavas, black caps, sort of got on and got off a train, causing them to close down stations. But I'm just wondering if it's some sort of test run. Some other intel that over in Britain, some of you may have heard the audio that the guy that runs a bed and breakfast sort of accommodation motel between London and Bristol apparently was contracted by the government to take in immigrant families and got paid quite well by the government to take in a bulk of these. He has something like, he can fit 250 people, and he's housing more than 150 migrant or illegal immigrants in his accommodation facility. And then now he's claiming that at around something like 2:30 something in the morning, three military men turned up at the roller door, like you would a courier service, with two covered pallets, and a small parcel for him. And the story goes that he was told to keep it in a secure area and store them and not to open them. So there was a general present, apparently. Anyway, after a while, this guy decided to open up his small package and found some number codes and some keys, and then he opened up the pallets, and apparently they're full of AK-40s. He claims they're full of AK-47s. Now, why would the British military be delivering AK-47s to illegal immigrant accommodation and this is all coming as Biden is posturing with NATO towards World War III. They're pulling out funding from Ukraine. In other words, they don't want to throw money and weapons at the Ukraine because they basically, it's just when it suits them, and plus they're probably going to they want to redirect their assets. And now the media Ponzi scheme, the fake media, is trying to make Poland, Finland, Sweden, and all those countries that border Russia to be scared of. They're saying that Russia attacking NATO, but usually, you know what it's like. Russia's probably not even interested in having to exert resources and money over other jurisdictions that don't even speak the same language. If you look right back, it's always been not them, but the other team that has been playing the game of self-defense and then attacking other countries. So I would expect there to be black swan or red flag events, like some sort of attacks to go on somewhere over there that can then be blamed on the bigger country over further to the west, RUSS, that one. There's also a lot of posturing going on with Taiwan right now, with China. So it's numerological. So there's something like 33 ships, or 6 ships, 33 aviation Anyway, everything adds up to 666, which if you count the number that China's saying they've had, which have infiltrated the airspace over Taiwan, it all adds up to 666, which is the cartel demonstrating by basically telling you in code what they're planning to do and being believers in satanic numerology. Their media it's the codes in the numbers. It sounds ridiculous, but I'm telling you, that's what they do. That's something they really do, because that's what they believe, because that's part of their occultist system of empowering what they believe to be as a powerful spiritual entity that supports their negative agenda. And there's also an escalation occurring to do with Iran at the same time. So you got three fronts, so you've got over Europe, you've got Russia, Europe with NATO escalation. You have Taiwan, China escalation. You have escalation against Iran. They're the three main escalations. I mean, Israel's just continuing, and that's a disaster. And then you have the situation happening in Texas on the Mexican border, which is interesting. And then you have like this story about what's happened in England. It's hard to figure out exactly what's going on, but there appears to be an escalating drastic attempt by the negative cartel to try and push the World War III agenda on many fronts as well. So I just want everyone to know, so you can be aware of any signs. I'm hoping that this doesn't actually come to anything, and we can all continue on our merry way. In fact, if you go right back to World War One, it's about who controls the world and who controls the money in the world through the banking and big corporations. And so the situation with Taiwan is they've got the superconductor microprocessor chips, so that apparently China does not have the patent for. They've basically gone and duplicated the factory workshops in Phoenix, Arizona in America to basically take over. And basically today or yesterday or something, there's supposed to be when it's a quiet day in the media, Biden is supposed to bring forth some sort of funding to this facility and industry to do with the superconductor microchip processing plant to be in Phoenix, Arizona, which is duplicating the ones in Taiwan. So it looks to be that it's expected, and for whatever reason, when and if China does try to take Taiwan, that it'll be set up in such a structure and way that it looks like, to me, like the US plans and NATO or whatever, they're actually planning to, whoops, so we missed that one, whoops, we let that one go, because they've actually got to form a declaration to be a military protectorate of Taiwan. I don't really think they want to. So they've moved shop. They've got plans to burn down these factories. But at the same time, I don't understand why if the situation's that deep, like some sort of James Bond Skyfall sort of situation, then why doesn't China already have the technology? But so there could be some really intense stuff going on. I heard that April's going to be the biggest month for humanity, for some special sort of unfolding of events. We've had the solar flares just happen, which have really flared things up, because the energy's changing on the planet so quickly. In fact, it looks, on one level, it looks like things are getting worse, and in a sense it could be, but that's part of moving towards the great transition shift into the light. But that which is not expressed negatively can't just dissolve and go away. It somehow has to come out and be expressed in a matter of being highlighted, to be witnessed, in order to be like, no, we don't want that anymore, and then it goes away. So unfortunately, I don't think it's all like to expect a happy kumbaya, you know. So this is the other information I had. So there's a political group with 3 letters. I can't remember what those letters are, but they're in Germany, and they're the equivalent of MAGA in the MAGA party, Make America Great Again party in America. And it's possible that the military under which might be told to fight against Russia might go into a coup and be aligned with this MAGA type party in Germany, and then install a different governing system, which again will piss off the wizard behind the curtain that operates behind ISIS Ra-Al and the USA and Washington and that as well. But yeah, you have, so in America, not just Texas, you have 25 other states. There's 50 states in the USA. 25 of those states, they're red states, so they're Republican states. Half of America, and not like this half and that half, like the North and South of the Civil War. A lot of states are in support of Texas. But the strange thing is about it, some guy filmed the border where the Texas National Guard, which is state-driven, not federal, are protecting the border, and basically told Border Patrol, you're letting everyone in, you're letting in 1 million people a year, we're taking over, so that's what we're getting. But if you apparently drive out of town to the east, nearly just a half a mile out of town, like many of the big gates on the wall are just sitting open. Seen plenty of people in around Vegas too. There's lots of Mexican immigrants turning up in Vegas as well. So yeah, it looks to be like it's not only the situation is unfolding in the Middle East, but it looks like similar type of energetic events involving military type conflict involving arms could be about to unfold on US soil, and possibly even in Britain. And I'm not sure what the situation would be for Australia. We're just so far removed as an island, but it would, stuff like that would depend on the moving around of shipping containers full of arms and that. And I just can't see that there would be compromised personnel on our side that would seriously let this happen. Now, that could just be the part of me that's still asleep about possibilities, because I'm sort of completely convinced that it would take a lot for someone in here, within our, to let that happen. Somewhere along the line, someone's going to speak out. And being an island so far removed, I mean, yeah, we have shipping containers coming in, but I just hope that's not the case, because it'd just be really, really sad. Anyway, the energies are very, very intense. When you look around at nature and see the green foliage, and you see the light of the sun on that green foliage, and that visual, you know, the chemical, the serotonin, the bang, the euphoric effect you get through that connection with nature, through spirit, through feeling that is very, very, very pronounced. So at the same time as we have all this terrible, chaotic atrocity occurring, there's definitely a heightened sense of a deeper and more connected spiritual progressive evolution and unfolding. So of course, it's like the spectrum, the polarity. You get one's more pronounced than the other is, you know, gonna the equal and opposite is going to amplify itself as well until it completes itself and then dissolves away, leaving only what's left, which is the positive. So anyway, let's just see where this goes. Nanu, live long and prosper, and talk to you all soon. Bye for now.